Are we going to do the Christmas thing next weekend? Cool.
Think so, yeah. Just double check it's up for us, way. Scots with soul, we'll build this network. Scots and soul. Build this network on Scots with soul. Yo, folks, what's happening? And welcome back to the Scots with Soul podcast. It's week 81 this week. Fucking week 81. Me and Viper. Just me and Viper again this week.
Right.
How are you doing,
Sorry
Viper,
if I sound like shite. I'm not at home today. I was away DMing for some people for Dungeons & Dragons, and we only finished, about half an hour ago, so there was no chance I was making it home in time.
Fucking heroes still here anyway, man. Where were you last week anyway? How come
last
you
week,
make it last week?
I was... Well,
fucking left me with fucking
last
Kelly
week I was supposed
I had to
last
talk
week
to him.
I thought I had a work night out on Saturday, but it was my boss that got the date wrong. So he said, what was the date last week?
The date last week would have been 7 minus 7. It is 15 the day, so that's
Right.
8th. It's 8th last week, so it's hardly would have been the 7th.
Saturday the 8th. So I thought it was like, Saturday. And then it was like, oh no, sorry, it is the 8th, but the 8th is a Sunday. And I was like, literally like the night before,
Whoops.
so I messaged Kelly being like, can you do the podcast so I can get my work night out in? I was disappointed though, because we went to Spoons, and not one Spoons in Edinburgh, but two, and both didn't have any missing gun.
2 spoons went to Spoons. Sounds like the start of a story.
Yeah. It's weird as well, because this is the first job I've ever had where I've had I've had jobs where I've had like a really good friendship with like bosses before, right? But this is the first time I've ever had a boss who is as nerdy as me. As in, like, when I went for my interview, he noticed I had a Stargate SG-1 patch on my jacket. And was like, cool. We spoke for 20 minutes about Stargate SG-1. And then my second shift at the work, I walked in, and whilst he was waiting for us in his car, he was reading one of the Warhammer books. And I was like, mate,
nice.
The fuck? And now we mess each other now and then, he just sends me D&D memes.
It's not so bad as you get a boss you got on me, ain't it, man? Have you seen about this new whole batch of D&D stuff?
Yes, I know, because I'm poor and I need to fucking buy shit with D&D now.
Mate, I feel the same, man. There's so many good strategy games coming out, man, and I can't.
When's that? Do you remember that John Wick game you were talking about?
That came out a month ago. I've still not played it.
Wasn't there another one that was supposed to be really good that you haven't played either?
That's there's
That was
Phoenix Point. That came out last week as well. I've not played that either, man. It's like I don't know where to start. Like I don't know what one to buy. Do you know?
I'm like, we're getting 2 new video games as well. We're getting
video games. Is there D&D video games at the now?
Yeah. The Baldur's Gate games.
The Baldur's Gate.
Actually, you know what? Go on YouTube and bring up the trailer for Baldur's Gate 3, because it looks really good. I think it's like a minute and a half long, but it's really good.
Cool.
And we're also getting Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, which is basically a hack and slash game. So I'll probably get it just because it's a hack and slash game. And
hack and slash games are quality, aye. There it's there, a minute 47 for the trailer.
Really,
let's just quickly have a wee swatch of this.
Aren't they? Like watching these like hack and slash games.
Yeah, man, hack and slash games they're so much fun, man. I don't know what it is about them. They're so much fun to watch somebody play them, and then they're so much fun to actually play yourself. Do you know what I mean? But here's Baldur's Gate 3 trailer. Can I just say, like, I really like medieval architecture and fortifications and shit. And see that screenshot? That's pure sex. That's just pure sex, man.
That first scene, actually, that screenshot is in the book for Baldur's Descent into Avernus.
This is just after Daenerys Targaryen attacked
Yeah.
King's Landing. Oh, ouch. What the fuck? He became an octopus, man!
That is not an octopus. That is a beast called Mind Flayer. And the thing that got me...
Oh, that's the fucking... That's the Mind Flayer, that's the thing that was in Stranger Things, isn't it?
But the thing that gets me is that, see, if you go back to where he's coming forward and you see the lightning in the background.
Yeah. Oh, you can see all the other ones in the
like,
sky.
Oh shit! Like, oh my god! Like, I need to play this game. Like, Baldur's Gate 3 will be getting.
I didn't notice that one first. Aye, that does look pretty good.
And apparently, there's another Warhammer thing that got announced at the Game Awards. I didn't watch the Game Awards because I was too busy watching another thing that happened this Thursday.
Rule 34 with the tentacles, of course, Vanessa.
Yeah, I was too busy watching another thing that happened Thursday night. So,
but I will read this article on the D&D stuff, right? This is how I found out about it when I was trying to find subjects and shit. There are 7 or 8 Dungeons and Dragons video games now, including Baldur's Gate 3, which we just watched, and Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. I don't know. I usually would tell you here, wouldn't it? But it doesn't even tell you about Baldur's Gate trailer. Check while I'm reading this. Dungeons and Dragons may be enjoying a cultural relevance it hasn't seen since the 1980s. But while the 5th edition has flourished, it hasn't been well represented in video games. The Neverwinter MMO continues receiving updates, and in 2017 we got a clicker called Idle Champions of the Foreign Realms and the adaptations of the board game spin-offs Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation and Lords of Waterdeep, but the pickings have been slim. The announcements of the new Baldur's Gate and Dark Alliance games suggest a change, and that's backed up by Wizards of the Coast in an interview with GameIndustry.biz. Wizards of the Coast president Chris Cox, nice name mate, explained that this is only the beginning and there are 7 or 8 video games based in D&D coming out in the next few years. We want each game to have a point of view and really keep on just a couple of things and do it really well. Really well. He said, what you don't want to do is have every game in the franchise try to do the same thing and try to do everything all at once. See, that's a nice approach. I like that because like there's a lot of media nowadays. Fair enough, you don't see it in games a whole lot. You do see it in the big budget games, do you know what I mean? Like Call of Duty and all that. They've been the same for years. Even Modern Warfare's the same thing. Do you know what I mean? They're just giving you the same thing. It's trying to do everything. But then there's other games that are, do you know what I mean? They do the specific thing really well. Like in my opinion, Castlevania Lords of Shadows are some of the best hack and slash games out there because they do the hack and slash part really well. Fair enough, the story's a wee bit lacking. It's not really that good. I like the story, right? But it's like these. I much prefer it when a game does something really well. Do you know what I mean? Like concentrate on that one thing. And like Baldur's Gate looks as if it's the Mind Flayer game. Do you know what I mean? So for somebody like for your perspective, for D&D, you're getting a magnifying glass almost to look at a certain race or a certain aspect of the game. Do you know what I mean? What one are you looking forward to? What would you like to see them do? Seeing as how they've not told us what the 7 or 8 are, but what would you like to see in a video game for D&D?
I know this will never happen, but I'd love something on the scale of Skyrim, where it be like the map of fucking Faerun not including the rest of the continents and the rest of the multi-world you can get, it's crazy. Like it is really fucking crazy. And there's the lore is there, the dungeon crawling aspect is there, the the good and evil, the factions, they're all there. If they put the money and development and time into it, they could make a Skyrim kind of like style kind of game. But again, we'd know about it if they were. Like there'd be leaks, there'd be fucking hype. They'd be like, this is what's happening, and they'd be doing as much hype as they can. There's the game Neverwinter. They've got their MMO.
See what I'm just thinking? I'm just thinking here, like, it sounds like a job for it's Bethesda that make Fallout, isn't it? It's no Blizzard, because I always get those two mixed up, right? It sounds like a job for Bethesda, right? They can use their old ass engine, just put VATs in Skyrim, and you basically get Dungeons and Dragons Skyrim. Do you know what I mean? I aim for that shoulder. 89% chance.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
I like how they're making all this stuff, but games wise, I just hope they don't oversaturate the market, because.
But I think that they've taken that into account. Do you know what I mean? They're like, yes, we're going to be making a whole lot of D&D games, but they're not going to be the same thing. These games are all going to try and be their own individual entity, and you might like one of them. You might, do you know what I mean? You might be the collector who's struggling through through them all to get the story for them all. But I don't think with the way they're going to release it, with what they say is there, I think they've already got a plan for the oversaturation. I don't think it's not like they're releasing 6 Call of Duties inside a couple of months. Do you know what I mean?
It's
plus, like you say, they've got a deep enough world where the lore's that different that do you know what I mean? Like they could bring them out, because it doesn't take you long to complete a video game. Do you know what I mean? Like it takes you a month tops to complete a video game nowadays. Do you know what I mean? So they bring them out once a month, and the story's completely different. That could be really good. It could almost be episodic.
Actually, an episodic type of game would be pretty cool, but at the same time, I think they're Neverwinter. I think it's just because I'm not the biggest fan of World of Warcraft. Weirdly enough, I'm just that kind of when you got like 40 people attacking the one thing, you just can't tell what you're doing, and it's all just to try and grind that loot. I don't like that. Right, but it'd be cool to like. They've got the Neverwinter, the kind of like their own version of that, and the story could be there. That'd be pretty cool. There's more than enough for them to do a horror game. Like more than enough. There's like so many things out there that could kill you. They could even do like a Civilization kind of game. Like generally, like they could. It just depends.
Your different factions or civilizations. Do you know what I mean?
What a lot of people would love to happen, and it's not even video game related. It's like there's a website out there called D&D Beyond, and that's where basically like an online platform to you play D&D, and I don't know if Wizards of the Coast own the website. If they do, then I don't know why this hasn't happened already. If they don't understand, but basically, if you buy something physically in real life, you don't automatically get it on D&D Beyond. You need to buy it on D&D Beyond as well. So, and like the cool thing about it is that it gives you like options. So instead of buying the whole book, say for example, if I just wanted to have like a certain race or a certain spell in the game, I can buy like a snippet for like $1.99 instead of buying the whole book. But at the same time, like everyone's kind of thinking, if Wizards of the Coast do own this website, I need to double check.
There should be like a code in the back of your book that you enter into the website, and it unlocks the book on the website.
Because they already done it with the Essentials kit. If you bought the Essentials kit, you got a piece of paper that had 2 codes on it. One was that you got the campaign and everything for the campaign on D&D Beyond, but also got 50% off the player's handbook. So I was like, that was good. That was really cool. I actually bought the player's handbook on D&D Beyond as well because I had the 50% off. But like I think it kind of just makes sense for them to do it, because some of the like.
It does make sense.
If I've bought your book physically, or you've already got my money, and I'm already paying my yearly subscription to your website, like, so I can play with people.
I know it's like I've left the book at home or something. Do you know what I mean? I want to access it. Surely that I've gave you the fucking however much it was for the book, £12 or something, £20, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's like it should be open on the website for you. Just that's a bit shite. But we'll quickly watch this Dark Alliance trailer that you sent to us and have a wee look at this. May contain content inappropriate for children. Fuck off, Waynes.
Fuck, cunt, shit. Fuck, cunt, shit. I love that kind of GoPro kind of angle. Like, here, just not even just the game. Just see the angles they're using. That is so cool.
It almost looks as if it's like 4-player co-op or something.
Sorry, but I'm not the only one that is looking at fight scenes like this and just think that looks really cool.
Slay together, yeah, it's a co-op game. That's like Left 4 Dead or some shit, except set in that world. Mate, that's like fucking their version of Vermintide or something.
That gameplay there. Here, that looks pretty cool. I'll play that.
That looks really good. That looks pretty good. I'll play that with you too, man. That looks fucking quality. Oh, man. Aye, so do you know what I mean? There was two games we've seen and they look completely different from each other.
Hold on, I'm going to say one thing right now. So, obviously there's a leveling up system in D&D, right? It's a good leveling system because it keeps everything balanced while keeping things hard. If they do that, they should because in D&D the maximum level you get is 20. But the whole point is like if you get to level 20 you can defy a god. But like say if they introduce like the class system in that and they give you here's like all the classes you can play and they give you all the classes, I'll be like, cool, elf druid at level 3, I get wild shape and then during battle I can actually just cast and turn myself into a fucking saber-toothed tiger. Like that would be fucking amazing.
Vanessa in the comments is totally right. I almost fucked it up. I was almost like, may contain children inappropriate for content.
May contain inappropriate children.
Oh man, aye, dyslexia for the win. We'll move on for D&D though. Have you seen the Witcher released the final trailer that they're going to release before
I've said this before. Like, I couldn't get into the Witcher game, but I think I'll definitely manage to get myself into the TV series. And I think if I get into TV series, I'll then end up getting into the game.
The game's fucking fantastic. The Witcher 3 is fantastic. Here's the trailer for the new Witcher anyway.
Cyrilla, you are the lion cub of Sintra.
Why do you think she's not safe?
I saw an army, a sea of black and gold.
Nilfgaard will destroy everything.
They're here. This is why they came. The world depends on it.
Bring me the girl alive.
I have to find Geralt of Rivia.
We can stop Nilfgaard.
I will personally defeat them.
Join us. Why would I protect this? I want to be powerful.
I will take the girl, protect her, and bring her back unharmed.
It looks really fucking good, right?
Wait, I'm surprised they actually mentioned
Then he mentions Roach at the end. See, I want to see Roach. I want like Roach to just appear all over the place. Because see, in the game, like Roach appears on top of roofs and all that, on top of houses, like inside caves. He just appears anywhere randomly, right? It's a pure meme in the game, so I think they should put it in there. But like, looks really good, right? But see, the one thing that really annoys me about these big budget fucking TV shows, see when they do a battle, they're like, right, let's array all our cavalry and all our forces up into a nice big fucking line with our commanders in the centre and all that, so as we can have good, nice control of this battle. 2 seconds later, every cunt's like, every man for himself! Do you know what I mean? Like, I fucking hate that. Like, look how much space there is between these guys here. Why have yous all came together if you're going to just run off alone?
It was the same with, like, well, it depends what kind of battle they're going for, because it seems that, like, we've somehow, like, managed to genre-nize how to make a battle for the mood that we want. For, like Game of Thrones, right? Season 8, Episode 3, The Battle of Winterfell. That was just an epic battle. That was just a, you know...
It was an epic battle. It didn't make any sense.
You know, but
it didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense.
It was cool to watch. Like, you know, you're like, oh, that's real cool.
For our first line of defence, we'll have our catapults. Hey! And like, you're like, no! They'll go behind the walls.
It did look pretty cool that they had...
Oh, dude, it looked epically cool. It looked epically cool. But see, when you were watching, you're like, this is pretty cool. It's pretty fucking dumb, but it looks pretty fucking cool. Yeah, like, why did the Dothraki fucking run out away on their own? Like, we are light cavalry. Fuck it, we'll attack them head on. No, light cavalry is for when the enemy is in disarray and you're just going to, like, basically pick
I will say, one of the one thing I didn't like was, do you know when the White Walkers finally appeared and it was literally a wave of them? Like, literally, like a 10 to 20 foot wave of them. I was like, no, not a fan of that. Like, I get you're trying to prove that there's hundreds of thousands of them, but if there was that many of them, sorry, they wouldn't have even lasted as long as it did.
Have you ever seen Rome? The TV
no, but
show
put on my
Rome?
list.
It was made by BBC and HBO. They do. See, when they do the battle scenes, mate, they're brilliant. They're very short. The battle scenes are so short. They don't show you enough.
Because me and Vanessa have been watching this show called His Dark Materials. It's on BBC, made by HBO right now. Did you ever watch The Golden Compass or read The Golden Compass? It's basically that. It's based on that. It's a series of that. And they just done a battle, and it wasn't like, 300 versus 300, in one go. It was in corridors, tight spaces. You saw 2 or 3 people fighting. Turn a corner, there's another 2 or 3 people fighting. It felt claustrophobic at the same time. It was very spread out.
Aye, but see the battle scene in the one in Rome that I'm thinking about. It's maybe the 2nd or 3rd episode. It's really early on. You see it, and it's when they're on the frontiers in Germania. And the front line of the Romans have got their shields, right? And the Centurion's just off to the right.
Wait, I think
when he blows his whistle, the guy at the front buckles his shield in and goes through the line to the back, and the guy behind him steps forward.
No, actually, no. I have seen this because you sent me this fucking ages ago, because we're talking about battle scenes that, like, back fucking in March or something. And I'm pretty sure, like, no, have a fucking look at this. And yeah, they're all like...
You get to see the machine-like nature of the Roman army. It's because the reason they had to do that is because the guy on the front line, if they could have him fight for 10 minutes, because the line was 8 people deep, so if you could have each guy fight for 10 minutes, that's 80 minutes, and each guy on the opposite side, he's not getting anybody replacing him, so you're fighting for 10 minutes, he's fighting for 80, but do you know what I mean? That's how the Romans won most of their battles, discipline, and that's one of the reasons I really liked the
Wasn't that also like isn't that also why, like, in the Roman army, if you didn't follow orders during the battle, you could just get executed for it?
Yep, they would fucking just execute you, fucking, like, sometimes on the spot. They wouldn't even, they'd just like, fuck him, leave him, he's dead. Do you know what I mean? Like, aye, they did depict that a few times as well in that TV show. But aye, like, The Witcher, it does, with that big battle scene, it's got me a wee bit... Hopefully there's no too many big battle scenes, because we know, I have seen in some of the other trailers, like, Geralt fighting, and Henry Cavill is done really well, and he even does the pirouettes and stuff like that, and those fighting scenes, like Geralt in a bar and all that, look fantastic. But like, it's just another TV show that's done a wee bit swung for the big battle scene and missed.
I saw the
know
reviews for it, and apparently a lot of reviews have been saying that this makes fucking Game of Thrones look shit.
But are they talking about the last few episodes of Game of Thrones? Are they talking about season 4, season 5? Because I really doubt the first season of The Witcher is going to rival Game of Thrones when it was peak. No chance. No chance.
Well,
not a chance.
What was the best season?
It's
of Game
just
of Thrones
how much people have hammered Game of Thrones.
Season 5 was probably the best, wasn't it?
It depends on what you really like, to be honest.
I'm not gonna lie.
What I mean, like,
I think it was when was the Battle of Bastards? That's my favourite episode of Game of Thrones.
Battle of the Bastards was fucking fantastic. Battle of the Bastards was amazing. It's why the best, because you get to see like strategy and tactics and stuff like that come into play. It's not just, oh, I have 500 men and he has 500 men and there's a big field, everybody go at it mano a mano. Do you know what I mean? Like Battle of the Bastards, like, it was brilliant. You seen how like an encirclement back in those days would have been terrible because there was nowhere to run. You would have just got slaughtered. And then you got to see how powerful a cavalry attack was on an undefended flank of a fucking infantry unit. That infantry unit is super strong facing inwards, but the back of them is super weak, and that cavalry unit, man, just comes in and smashes them in the flank. That was brilliant. I remember watching that going, holy fuck, an actual battle with actual tactics, and you can see it happening. And do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to just imagine all this bullshit, all the other, like, you don't have to imagine it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, even in Braveheart, they done the battle scenes really bad. Oh, just...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Didn't show us our Sheltons, didn't show us anything like that, didn't show us fuck all. It's just like, there's Scotland had this amount of men, England had more. Do you know what I mean? It's like, don't fuck up your big battle scenes, please. Please put a bit of an attempt into them. Don't stretch them to be like they did sometimes in Game of Thrones. Like, was the Battle of the Bastards? Was it the Battle of the Bastards where Rickon dies? Aye, it was the Battle of the Bastards. See the start of that battle? It's terrible. Everybody just running at each other. Don't do that. Do you know what I mean? That Battle of the Bastards should have been, cut that start bit out. He's a good bit. Do you know what I mean? Let's do that for battle scenes.
I'm thinking as well, like,
what do you guys think in chat? He's an example of a battle scene that you didn't like or you did like. When
text has been ignored. I'm about to text Truss. Text has been ignored. Text Viper now. I have no text.
There is no text. Oh, I do have a text. A text from Yaldi. You know your camera audio delay is still set. Excellent.
My favourite battle is when COD fixed XSplit. I will.
Excellent. There, should be fixed now. Fuck.
I'm trying to think of the. Fuck, what was it? Right, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, the very start of that, right? That was a very good battle scene because of the fucking elvish and men tactics of, here, look at all these fucking, like, you know, orcs running at us. And they're standing there just like, you know, elvish general shouting orders, you know, ready, knock, draw, you know. And these orcs are getting fucking slaughtered. And, you know, that classic scene of, you know, the orcs running and they all just swing that sword like that. You know, it's just like, you know, yeah, that was fucking awesome. Because it was like, here's a V formation getting fucking obliterated. And it also made the whole, you know, when Sauron finally walks in with his mace and goes, you know, that made that scene of, right, this army...
It should be fixed now, right? It should be fixed now and remove the delay. It should be fixed.
Like, you know, here's the fucking, you know, army. Look how really strong they are. You know, the alliance of orcs and men.
One of my favourite things about a battle scene in no Game of Thrones, in Lord of the Rings is Billy Connolly on a goat.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't enjoy the Battle of the Five Armies.
No, it was a terrible
More
battle.
because it was a 3-hour slugfest. But it wasn't even that. It was, here's a fight scene for 30 minutes. Oh, we're all going to stop fighting while this other army arrives. Like, it was shit.
Vanessa
Like,
said, I liked watching Ready Player One's battle purely because I was only spotting out Easter eggs.
Yeah, like, but even then, the Ready Player Battle 1 battle made sense because it was just noobs attacking, you know, it was just gamers attacking gamers. That was it. But
Iron Giant, more focus. More focus.
I'm sorry, my favourite part of that battle is Mechagodzilla versus Gundam. Like, like that was my favourite part. Like, I chose Gundam. And I was like, oh shit, here we go. Fucking Gundam. Like,
should we move on to the next topic?
go for it.
Because we were meant to be talking about The Witcher, but we've just been talking about Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. We've got another trailer, RE3. Let's have a fucking wee swatch at RE3. See Capcom, man, they must have been like, oh, they really want RE3, quick. Let's just quickly make that in that engine we made for RE2 and give them it, and we're all like, yes, do it, quick as possible, give that. So it's coming out on the 20th of April next year, and here's a trailer.
I don't know, I've been enjoying playing Resident Evil 5 with Yaldi.
You like it? I haven't been able to sleep this weekend.
You gotta stay strong. Don't give in to fear out there, right?
How did this
All right,
happen?
calm down, buddy. Calm down.
Send reinforcements. No, wait, hurry up. Okay. Oh, okay. Help me.
So that was a recap on RE2, and now we're back to the start of the night.
Jill, over here.
What the hell? How could this many people be infected?
This city is completely cut off, isolated.
Don't look at me like that, all right? I'm not infected.
But right now it's got a hard-on for the only 2 stars left in town.
They don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way.
Star's office has to be in this direction.
It gets worse every night.
They don't want the world to know what they've done.
Oh, my head.
What's wrong with Umbrella?
Get in!
I can't stop them all!
You gotta get out of there.
You guys are the ones who caused all of this!
No, wait!
Oh, come on.
We've got to be dreaming.
Fuckers didn't show his nemesis.
Commitment, honesty, integrity, these are the core values that create the foundation for Umbrella Corp.
Oh, there was an eyeball. A nemesis eyeball. Now, here's a really cool bit. I watched this trailer earlier. Right, here's the really cool bit. See that other game that's coming out? Resident Evil Resistance. It's free with RE3.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's
Wait,
pretty.
isn't that the game that called the black dude Tyrone?
Yes, it's the that's the game that's meant to be like Left 4 Dead and stuff like that. The Resident Evil version, and it's coming free with RE3. I think it's if you pre-order it. I'm not sure if it's. But
I'm not gonna lie, like,
watch video IDM earlier.
I'm guessing they're just going to be remaking the games in that kind of third person new way they done, which is good because it's a lot more fun. You know, I'm playing it with Yaldi and it's really fun. But I'm a bit confused because see Jill, like the story of Jill.
Here is video Yaldi DM'd me earlier.
Is that Resi 2?
This is Resi 2, aye. It was just the nemesis saying stars in the darkness.
But like, see the story of Jill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? Because I got confused because Jill's in Resident Evil 3.
Jill's in Resident Evil 3. She's the person that you play in
She's
Resident
also-
Evil 1.
She's also she's in Resi 1.
Yep.
But there was a DLC for Resi 1 where Jill pushed this dude out of a window. Was that Resi 1?
I don't think it was. I think that might... Jill is also in Resident Evil 5. She's the one with the thing on her chest that you have to rip off.
Is she the one with the fucking Plague Doctor's mask?
I can't remember if I don't think she's got a mask.
Because
But
we've
she's
been
the chick
playing-
with the fucking last Plagueis big diamond ruby thing in her chest that you have to rip out in that big boss fight.
Because me and Yaldi have been playing it. Me for the first time. And it's mentioned, oh, it's Jill, it's Jill. And I was like, it was clearly the fucking woman in the mask, innit? like,
You're thinking of Resi 5 DLC? Yeah, thought so.
Right.
Mm. But aye,
Also,
Jill
like,
Valentine, man. I'm looking forward to her return.
I hate to say this, right? And this is going to be awful, but they've made Jill look attractive, like CG attractive. And I'm going to hate the fucking Rule 34 that's going to come off of that. It's going to be all over.
Mate,
Like,
she's nowhere near attractive as fucking Ava. Or Ada, sorry. Ada and RE2, man. She's tidy, man.
was Ada the one in the red dress?
Yes.
Oh, what was it? Oh, we made a song about that. What was it?
You made a song about that?
Remember, you saved her life, and I made a wee parody of Venga Boys to sing.
Oh, shit. No, that was about Leon. It was about Leon. It wasn't about Ada. It was
But
about
wasn't it
Leon.
to do with Ada because he saved her?
I can't remember. It's a clip on my channel. I have to check later, man. Link will be in the description on YouTube right when I find it. Aye, but I'm really looking forward to RE3. It was one of the better RE installments, even though it, originally the game was just kind of thrown together as a sort of background project that a few of the guys done together. They were like, do you know, it'd be cool if there was somebody else at another time, and Capcom were like, do you know what, this is pretty good, we're going to make this.
Vanessa just sent me the trailer for Hellblade 2.
It's Hellblade 2. I've not played Hellblade.
Hellblade 1 was the Norse one, you know, the horror game.
Vanessa put a link in earlier for the trailers, maybe that one it was.
No, that was D&D.
Oh, right, okay.
But it was, you know, the Hellblade send you a sacrifice. I think Yaldi played it. Or was it Killie that played it? I know one of us played it.
Have you seen Epic's doing their 12 games of Christmas?
No, I'm interested to see what games they are.
They've not told us. They're not telling you what games it is. The Epic's game store is ramping up the free games for the holidays, giving away 12 of them between now and the end of the year. This cavalcade of mystery games will start rolling out in December 19th, so it'll be 19th to the 31st. Maths and that. If none of the freebies end up tickling your fancy, the Epic's Game Store's festive sale will be kicking off at the same time, and because sales are the infinite cycle that we never escape from, there's already a sale going on right now to mark the last night's awards. So fucking They've not told us what the games are going to be, but there's going to be a different game each day on Epic Store between the 19th and the 31st. So keep your eyes on it. Might be a couple of good ones.
I'll probably like grab quite a few games.
I mean, can you
If
just add
it's
them to
free,
your
I just add it to
library?
yeah, if it's free, just add them to the library.
Just
Like,
add that every single one to your library. Aye, just do that and be done with it, man.
it's what I do with fucking PlayStation as well.
It's too easy not to, isn't it, man? It's like
By the way,
to library,
I
clean
played that.
game.
I played that fucking game. You know, the motocross one.
Mhm.
That was free for play. Played it. Fucking awful. Like
The other free game this
it's-
month is Titanfall 2, but isn't it?
haven't played that yet, but played the motocross one because I was interested in it. And it's
What's it
too
called again? What's its name again?
Monster Motocross Ultra something, and it's too complicated. Like that's the problem. It is way too complicated. It's free on PS4, Yaldi.
Free S4.
Free S4.
Free S4, aye. There you go.
Free more.
Well done, man.
But it was like, okay, so you have to control. So you control the acceleration, but then you also have to control the front brake and the rear brake. And then you need to control which way you're going, but you also need to control your balance. And then you need to control the gears. And you
Sounds
also
like a
need-
petrol head game.
And
I
I'm
hate it
just
when they
like-
do this to racing games. They're like, oh, we're going to pure make it just for these here petrol heads. Do you know what I mean? And these cunts are like, oh man, you have to pure feather the brake pure manually, change gears. No, you're like, no, I want to just go as fast as I can with hod necks and do you know what I mean? That's like, why I play a racing
thing
game.
is, like, see those racing games we need to like just feather the brake and all that, right? Those are made for people who have the fucking gaming chair set up, you know, the pedals and the gear stick and everything, right? That's fine, right? If you want to play that type of game, feel free. But see, for people who maybe don't have that or can't be asked for that and just want a fun racing game, like, sure, add it so, you know, if you want, you can change the weight balance so your bike behaves different. That's the thing. You can change the fucking stiffness of your suspension with, like, the fucking where most of the weight on your bike is and, like, what kind of brakes you have compared to you can change what kind of fucking fuel you have. And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I just want to go over jumps.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, it's all I want.
I just want a nice wee simple racing game to float about on.
Yeah.
I know, man, me too. But we're gonna
Do you know
quickly
what? Do you know
change
what racing
subject.
game I want? Did you ever fucking play Wacky Racers?
I did not play the Wacky Racers game, no.
Wacky Racers was fucking amazing. Give me a fucking reboot of that.
But here is the list of the Game Awards subjects and who won them. The one that made me think about this the new was where is it? Sports game. Because there it's there. Sports/racing game. Game of the Year, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, which leans into what you were saying, Viper. Do you know what I mean? I just want to play a racing game. Do you know what I mean? So there's Crash Team
Number
Racing.
2 was Dirt Rally 2.0. Like,
Aye.
wait, eFootball Pro Evolution, was that PES?
Aye.
PES 2020?
PES 2020 and above FIFA. There you
Things
go.
like see games like Formula 1, right? I understand if you want to put a bit more mechanics into that because Formula 1 is a strategical sport.
Yeah, that's what Formula 1 is all about. It's about shaving those things, about that minuscule difference, gaining a second and stuff like that.
Like it would be cool, like, you know, I don't know, I've never played the Formula 1 games, but it would be cool. It's like, say for example, if I'm playing it on PC, right? And I can hear in, like, you know, my ear, my coach going, looks like it's gonna rain, come in 5 laps, you know, do you want to come in now or come in later to get new tires, or, you know, or like, okay, take the corner perfectly at that, you know, that speed and time you're overtaking, you know, and get your lap times up. You know, nothing to do with drifting and everything.
Aye,
Nobody
but
cares about it.
it's like when you're playing a motocross game, you just want to kind of go on the dirt track, try and fucking bash people off the track and do jumps and shit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I remember there was an old
Motocross,
motocross game
man.
I used to play where you could fucking whack people like that. Like, like, and like just like this thing, motocross is just fun. Like, do you know what actually like one of the games that I think is fucking amazing? Trackmania Turbo, like, is basically a Hot Wheels game. Like, it was so cool, and I think I've actually got it on fucking PS4. But that was cool.
Trackmania Turbo, never heard.
Trackmania Turbo was fucking amazing. It was like a bit like basically like imagine Forza, right? But with more cartoony cars, loop the loops, jumps, Hot Wheels. It was so cool. I always loved it.
Trackmania Turbo is mental. Yeah, he says it's Trackmania on crack.
But that was cool. Other racing games that were really good, like even like.
Do you know one of the ones I really liked, right, back in the day? Project Gotham Racing. Project Gotham was fucking fantastic, man. It was just complicated enough that it gave people something to do, but it was also fun enough, and you could play it mindlessly enough that you didn't have to care about all the bullshit.
Was that the racing game that was you could buy different tires for your cars? And it's because it affected how it handled.
Yeah.
So if you wanted, because I'm pretty sure that one of my mate's big brothers came over at my house one day and sat on Project Gotham Racing and built a Nissan Skyline that was like a fish, just.
Aye, Project Gotham, I loved it, man. Junkie cart getting cunted by bucky bottles, that would be good in Road Redemption, wouldn't it?
Here, like, as much as that, like, would you not find it hilarious if there was like a bonus mode where you could race in trolleys? Like racing shopping trolleys.
Like a downhill shopping trolley game. There's in none of the Jackass games there's a few levels where you can do downhill trolley racing. But obviously it's the Jackass games, so it's all about falling out. It's more like Tony Hawk's, but the objective is to get hurt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, aye, the Jackass games were good in the PS2 era. Before all the bullshit fucking laws come in. Aye, we'll go back to this. So, Game of the Year. Who do you think would have won out of Sekiro, Control, Death Stranding, RE2, Smash Bros, or The Outer Worlds?
I'm sorry, Vanessa, I wasn't reading chat at the time.
Me and Kelly were talking about it, and me and Kelly were thinking Sekiro would win it, and it did. So Sekiro's quite a good winner there. Control, it looks fucking fantastic. It looks really, really good. So it's getting there in second place. Death Stranding, I don't think should be there because the first fucking 8 hours are just incredibly boring and terrible. Action game, Devil May Cry. Nice win ahead of Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Gears 5, couple of big names there, and Devil May Cry sneaks in and wins it. Action adventure game, Sekiro wins that again. It beats Zelda, Death Stranding, Control, Borderlands, RE3.
Really beat Zelda? No, it was a different Zelda game that came in.
Link's Awakening. Aye. Art direction, Control. See, I don't know why. I'd have had Sayonara or something like that win that. But Control, I don't know why it won art direction. It just looks like a pretty normal game. Except you kind of fly about and do that. The graphics and the art style, I don't know why it won that, but fair play. Audio design, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Aye, obviously that's going to win that because the game is all about audio. Do you know what I mean? Community support. My boys, Bungie, you fucking done it, man. Destiny 2 in there winning that, but they do deserve that. The amount of community support, fucking the amount of updates they put in the game. Destiny 2 has been out for what? Fucking almost 3 years now, man. It's still getting updates every couple of weeks. Do you know what I mean? Content creator of the year, don't care. Esports coach, don't care. Don't care because I don't know them.
Who won content creator, let's see?
Shroud won content creator of the year.
Shroud is a streamer. Wait, didn't fucking Tanacon or something win one?
I don't know.
Shroud won
Esports
content
coach,
creator.
esports event, esports game of the year, League of Legends, obviously. Esports host, esports player, Booga.
Booga? Really? Booga won it? That's cool.
Esports team.
Booga was the kid that won the Fortnite World Cup.
family game, Luigi's Mansion 2, me and Kelly called that. Fighting game, Super Smash Bros, obviously.
Yeah.
Fresh indie game, Disco Elysium. Game direction, Death Stranding. Games for
Really,
Impact,
I'm
Gris.
surprised that for fresh indie games, Slay the Spire didn't win, because apparently Slay the Spire is fucking mint.
Independent game, Disco Elysium, that's 2-1. Call of Duty wins mobile game. Multiplayer, Apex. Narrative, Disco Elysium. Ongoing game, Fortnite. Performance, Mads Mikkelsen for Death Stranding. Role-playing game, Disco Elysium. That's won a lot. Scoring,
Hold on,
music,
go back up to
Death
performance.
Stranding. There was 2 people, I can't remember what the other one for that.
Oh, boo! Nora, I wish Laura Bailey didn't win.
They should tell you what they're in there next to it in case you don't know, do you know what I mean? Sports racing game, Crash. Strategy game, Fire Emblem Three Houses. Need to check that out. And VR, Beat Saber, obviously. Obviously, fucking Beat Saber wins the VR section. We were talking about it. Did Beat Saber not come out last year? No, but that was the beta. It won it fucking last year and it won it this year.
Do you know one thing I love, by the way? Laura Bailey left the fucking Game Awards early to go play D&D.
What game was she in?
I'm checking just now, because that thing is, I fucking love Laura Bailey. Game Awards 2009, Games 2019. She was in.
Yeah, Aldi says he's going to stream Control tomorrow if you want to see what it's like. I do want to see what it's like. I've seen a few trailers and stuff.
Oh, yeah. She was up for Best Performance in the Games Award as her role as Corporal Kate Diaz in Gears 5.
There you go.
But I love she left early because she's on Critical Role. With the D&D show I watch, and with like Matt Mercer and all that, and she basically went, "Cool, I've not won. No point in me staying. I'm going to play D&D."
I don't see a problem with that. I don't see a problem at all.
Tana won Streamy Creative of the Year. Okay, I knew she won an award, but I can't remember which one. But yeah, it was like that's kind of funny how they were like, "Oh yeah, cool, play D&D." We also had oh god, there was another person that won. I can't remember. They zoomed into a guy in the audience who fell asleep.
Game Awards was cringe and boring. They literally zoomed into a guy in the audience who fell asleep. Oh my god.
I need to figure something out actually, by the way, because see Death Stranding.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Bring Me the Horizon, the band, wrote a song called Ludin. I don't know if that's a reference to the game or not. But it specifically states like for Death Stranding at the end, and there's bits of Death Stranding in the game, in the video. So I'm like, did they write that for the game? Or did they just write it about the game and the game went, fuck it, you can use our footage. It's a fucking banger of a song, by the way.
I mean, like, I don't see why the game, but they wouldn't let them put them in the music video. Do you know what I mean? They're a big enough band. They're going to get some exposure for that, and like, do you know what I mean? Like, it might have been in like if they're in the game already, might have been like, when they approached them, can we use your song? They're like, can we use your gameplay?
Well, apparently, Churches were actually the main artist.
Churches are fantastic, man. They're a Scottish band.
It's pity the game is boring. Was it boring?
Aye, Death Stranding is emphatically boring.
Really?
Like, yes, like that. Like, I cannot describe how much I hate Death Stranding. Like, it's here, right? Does anybody want it? Like,
I'll play it. I'll take it off you next weekend.
Surprise giveaway. Who wants Death Stranding?
Me! I want it. I'll
cool,
play it.
Viper wins the surprise giveaway. Congratulations, Viper. There you go.
Oh, that's like that time that I won the Resonate tickets on podcast.
Fucking Death Stranding, man. Like, do you want to climb a hill for 8 hours and not be rewarded for it? No, not really. It's like, I'm not even going to get into how bad it is. Do you know what I mean? You literally have to walk from one area to the other, and you have to do it like while massively like all this shit on your back, so you're going dead slow. And it's inevitable between point A and point B that you're going to meet the bad guys. And the bad guys are going to make you lose all your stuff, which means when you get to point B, you're not going to have any of your stuff, or you're going to have very little of your stuff, which means your journey from point A to point B was next to worthless, and you need to walk all the way back to A to get more stuff, to walk all the way back to B to make the mission worth it, so you can progress. And then you get to the next mission, and it's the same thing, and you're like, I've losing the will to live here. That's Death Stranding. That's Death Stranding, man.
Do you know what I think it was? I think they were relying on Norman Reedus' star power at the start, because The Walking Dead was pretty huge, but over the time, Norman Reedus' star power has fallen quite a bit.
It's waned a lot. Aye. Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just because apparently Walking Dead got really shit. So, like...
Yeah, this says he get a couple of thousand likes on one of the bridge he put down, and that's the only enjoyment he's had for the game. Like, yeah, I agree with you, Aldi. The like system is pretty cheesy and pretty funny, and it's the only bit of the game that gives you a wee bit of a giggle.
Wait, there's a like system?
There's a like system. The way the world works, right? It's a multiplayer world where you'll never come across another player. So,
like No Man's Sky.
Yes, like No Man's Sky, except like everybody.
If anyone gets that reference, applauded.
Everybody in the world, if they leave something, if they put something in the world, it stays there and it goes into other people's worlds as well. Do you know what I mean? So, like, if you come across a bridge that's been planted down, you can like that bridge. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you can spam likes. Yeah, you can do like 100 likes in one go. It gives you a time window to spam the likes. It's quite a fun wee system, but it's no enough. It's not worth 40 quid to like somebody's bridge. Do you know what I mean? While you're walking up a hill and getting attacked by the big fucking octopus shark monster that comes out the rocks. Like, nah, they make any sense.
I'm not gonna lie, right? You know how we were talking about fucking games that we'd love to see? I'd love... Well, actually, no. Completely scratch that. There's a game coming out that's based on Cthulhu that I really want to fucking play. But it's because I'm a fucking sucker when it comes to H.P. Lovecraft stuff. I love H.P. Lovecraft stuff.
It's very nihilistic stuff, man.
Well, he's the fucking basically the godfather of sci-fi.
He's not the godfather of sci-fi. He's the godfather of nihilistic horror. Do you know what I mean? Of that existential. It's H.P. Lovecraft wrote about what he wrote about because there was people Einstein and all that were talking about figuring out that space is this massive thing, and he's sitting there like, wait. See if space is massive? What sort of monsters they gonna have? Do you know what I mean? Like, if we dreamed up dragons and krakens and shit and all that, not the big monsters, mythical monsters we've got are mega scary. What are they gonna be like out there? That's Lovecraft. It's existential dread. It's nihilistic horror.
I always think the
as a form of sci-fi, I agree with you, but
yeah,
no, it's not the
like I always think the mind flayer in fucking D&D.
Yeah, that's very Lovecraftian.
Lifted straight out of Lovecraft.
That's Lovecraftian. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you there. Viper's already shown us tentacles from the Baldur's Gate trailer, and now he's talking about Cthulhu. I see a role going on here.
You should see what I jerk off to.
Quick subject change. Got after tentacle porn and that. Killing Floor 2. Their Christmas event came out a few days ago, and it looks really good. There's a trailer here. There's a new boss and that. Let's have a wee quick swatch at the trailer. Tentacles. It's the tentacle Yuletide horrors. Me, it's a mind flayer!
It's Cthulhu! It's fucking Cthulhu!
So that's the matriarch?
That looks like he's been ripped off a Bioshock.
Oh, it can one hit.
Are these... They're in the Root Run.
They're just the wee robots with Christmas skins on.
But they're Naruto running.
Oh, but I never noticed them in Naruto running.
Watch, if you go back, you'll see.
That's a medic sniper.
Pang, 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 pang.
Is she gonna explode into dust? Oh! Mate, she looks OP as fuck.
Nope, let me get my tentacle to put you in the face.
Mate, that looks really good. That looks really good.
Go back and you'll see fucking they're in the route running.
Where was it they were running?
When the robots first show up.
Oh, aye, they're totally show up. Right.
Just here. Well, I think just after he gets one hit.
So yeah. But aye, like I read a wee bit of this article. The holiday season is once again upon us, and that means it's time for some extra special festivities in Killing. The Yuletide Horror Update will introduce a new community map called Sanitarium, and a new objective map called Biotics Lab. 2 free and 2 paid new weapons, and return of zesty Christmas Zeds. But the big addition this year is Rachel Claimley, making her debut in Killing Floor 2 as a tough new boss known as the Matriarch. But see, just to address these, the paid weapons. See, if you buy a weapon in Killing Floor 2, anybody who's in your lobby who hasn't bought it has access to that weapon while they're in the lobby with you. So, like, you'll get to play with the new paid weapons eventually, or sometimes, do you know what I mean, without actually having to pay for them. But Claimley is the daughter of Kevin Claimley, the former CEO of Horzine, the company responsible for the outbreak of Zeds. After turning them loose on the world, Claimley mutated himself into the monstrous Patriarch. Rachel Claimley helped bring down 2 clones of the Patriarch in the original Killing Floor, but in Killing Floor 2 she's followed in her father's footsteps as a hideous Matriarch, bearing a plasma cannon, Tesla blast and ferocious melee attack. The Matriarch is a multi-stage boss that builds on and combines previous mechanics from other bosses. That being said, the Matriarch has a few unique tricks of her own. The boss battle is built in 4 primary phases, each tied to the different states of her health bars, broken up by escalating waves of EDARs, that's the robots, that are added into the fray as she enters a new phase. Tripwire explained, as a general rule of thumb, in order to succeed in besting the Matriarch, you and your team need to stay moving, always keep a clear view of available cover, pick up on her warning and cues for each attack, and make sure you can compartmentalise the EDR spawns, not allowing them to distract you. So, like, there's a lot of stuff coming. You've got the new HDR Incision, a field medic, a railgun. So it's a field medic's getting a railgun. Winterbite's gunslinger fire large and nitrogen ice shards that explode in impact. Mosin the Gant is a new sharpshooter, 5-shot bolt action rifle. The Riot Shield and the Glock 18 SWAT combination for the SWAT. The Riot Shield can mitigate most incoming frontal damage while your player is aiming down sights. Its bash is capable of slamming into multiple Zeds crowd. Mate, that sounds really good. Badass Santa is back too. So that Badass Santa, I think, is the big...
Is that me when I let myself go?
I think Badass Santa, I can't remember his name. The big fucking fat monster, just with a Santa suit on. I think that's literally what it is. But I'm definitely going to be playing that this week. That's my Wednesday stream on IndiScots. So if anybody's wanting to play some Killing Floor, I'll be playing it on Wednesday night on IndiScots. And what you up to this week? You want to tell anybody about it?
We got Lions Table on Thursday. And then I believe next weekend, I think the plan is to do a Christmas podcast at yours, right?
Hopefully we can do that. Get a few people on the couch, do a Christmas podcast and that. Maybe be earlier next week to accommodate people coming through and stuff.
If I get the money and the funds, well, if I get the money to buy fuel and some food, then I'll come through.
Mint it. Well, thank you for watching tonight, guys. We have been COD8MYdog and SMViper. This has been the Scots We Sold podcast. Feel free to check out the Unmonetizables, our stepsister podcast on the Fort Chronicles.
When's the last time you gave them a shout out?
Mate, I always forget all the time, but I managed to remember this week. Do you know what I mean? They give us shout outs all the time. They don't forget, so I didn't forget. But thank you for watching and go check them out, guys. See you all next time.
Anybody want to buy a base?
Work, please. Work, please. Hey. Build this network on Scots with soul. Build this network. Okay, bye. Anybody want to play it? Build this network on Scots with soul. Want to play it? Want to play it? Okay, bye.